And we're back. Let's have a look at the fingerprints. Nope. Victim's fingerprints. It's a match.
This key has Rachel's print on it, so it's possible she opened that locked office before she died. I wonder if our Hawk statue took flight back there.
Hmm. Okay, let's have a look on the DNA database. See if there's a connection with the blood found on Nathan's keys and the victim's blood. And it is.
Rachel's blood is on these keys. Ackerman must have taken them from the crime scene. But was it during or after the crime?
Blood from the shirt. There's also the victims. Blood was found on the shirt that was found in the hotel room. So look. Let's have a look here and see if we can find anything else. So far, no. Okay. Yeah, all these traces have been checked thoroughly, so let's head over to Brass and see if we can get into the back room. Hey Brass, can you track down the information on this phone number?
That phone number was to a ticket theater broker. A clerk there remembers Rachel arguing with her about ticket prices.
Can I get a warrant? Nathan Ackerman to search his back office.
Okay. Looks like our Vic may have had access to the back office, and it's possible we may find our murder weapon back there. That's enough to get a search warrant.
Okay. So, don't smoke. It's not cool. The gallery office. Again, I have to skip the cutscenes. Sorry about that. There's nothing much I can do about that. It looks like. He looks so goofy in this game. I mean, all the characters look goofy in this game because of the 3D graphics. Let's have a close look here on the table. And what do we have here? Is that semen? Or is it blood? It's semen. Visa.
You know, these scissors look nice and sharp, but not heavy enough to cause that spatter pattern.
No. Anything else we can find on this desk except for the sailors? I mean the semen. Ha ha. Okay, nothing more there, so let's have a look around here. Oh, well,
A paper shredder. Look like he's got a fresh crop.
Ooh, puzzling. Puzzling!
The safe is locked. Since it's too small to hold a murder weapon, our search warrant doesn't let us unlock it. We'll need a different warrant to get in here.
Yeah. Nothing more here. Nothing fishy about here. Okay.
It's possible our blunt force bird didn't fly far from the coop after all. Let's see what Robbins has to say about this.
Well, since we found a chipped piece of the statue on a victim, I doubt that this is a murder weapon because of the evidence. What do we have here?
Something tells me this isn't baby powder. Let's run a narcotics test on it.
And here we have the champagne glasses and the champagne.
A good idea to be thorough, but nothing's there.
Might be our victim and her.
A good idea to be thorough, but nothing's there.
Nothing there.
A good idea to be thorough, but nothing's there.
Nothing there. You can see them. This is probably the shipment crate for the statues, so. Wait a minute, I thought I saw something here. Oh, never mind. That was just me that picked up the evidence. Okay, I think we're done here for the moment. We're gonna go back to the lab and have a narcotics trace on the powder that we found on the table here. And here we have it. Let's see now. Substance found in the office.
Methamphetamine powder, aka speed, crank, chalk, arose by any other name. Meth interferes with the brain's neurotransmitters. It affects the brain and spinal cord. They used to use it for diet pills and nasal decongestants, but today it puts the wreck in recreational drug.
Don't do drugs. You see what happens. Okay, so we found out what was in the back room there. Now for the semen specimen that we found in the office, compared to the semen from our victim's body. And of course, it's a match.
Well, looks like the prospective bride and groom had their prelim honeymoon on this desk.
Hello. Okay, so just to be sure. Evidence Trinity. We found the victim. Mark Stock. Patrick Milton. Nathan Ackerman. As you can see, all the evidence has to be thorough, so... Okay, that's what we've got so far. But we'll be right back after this. And we're back. Okay, so far we found out that they had some recreational drugs in the back office of Nathan Ackerman's office. So now we can have a look at this shredded leather here. Okay. No. Let's no. This looks like oh god, I can't see for shit here. There we go. There we go. And no. Here we go, something. No, I was wrong. Sorry about that. I'm gonna be quiet for a little while while I'm doing this. Yeah, this looks like a match. And that looks like signatures, and this looks like a continuing signature, so let's see if we can connect those two. There we go. And this one seems to be going here. Yeah. So this final piece should be around here somewhere. Should be here.
So,
Yeah.
the cooperative Mr. Ackerman is holding out again. He'd been hit by a nasty lawsuit by the Vic. Maybe he pretended to mail his package, but instead waited for Mark to leave and went back into serve as his client, stepping in the blood when he took his keys back.
Okay. Gonna have a closer look at this key here and see if there's something we missed. Man, is it ever so slow. Doesn't seem like we're missing something here, so... Okay. Now we got a couple of warrants from Brass, so... let's head over to his office. Orifice. Can I get a warrant? On Mark's dock. For question.
We have a hostile person who claims he wasn't there, but he has the Vic's blood on him. Let's talk.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that myself. Why was his blood on the... Why was the victim's blood on his shirt?
I had her blood on my clothes plenty of times. Rachel had rhinoplasty a few years ago. Since then, she's had trouble with nosebleeds. She had one just before we went to the gallery. I noticed it. I changed my shirt before we left.
Tell us more about these tickets Rachel bought.
Alright. After our cool down in the back room, we got into another argument. She started all romantic and sweet, then surprised me with these theater tickets to the most expensive show in town, that A Canadian chick who sings real high and all, but I told Rach I couldn't blow off my buddies who've been planning this big bachelor party for me. She was so pissed. What do you want to see naked women for when you have me? I said, Rach, it's not a sex thing. It's a guy thing. I got to spend my last night of freedom with them. That set her off again, but I wasn't having any. I just stormed out of there.
Stormed out? Oh, I thought you kept your cool these days.
I did keep my cool. That's how I kept it, by just walking away. What I hate is that it ended like that we parted on that nasty note.
Stormed out? Oh, I thought you kept your cool these days.
And again with the lags, sorry. Can you provide proof you were at where you were at 5:30?
Sure, sort of. I was on the highway, busting ass getting to my pals waiting for me downtown, so I can't prove it, but they'll verify when I showed up.
Testimony. Did you and Rachel have sex in the gallery?
How did you know that?
We found evidence of your semen inside of her.
Oh, Rachel had a predictable habit. Whenever she got really mad, she wanted to work it off. The fact that Ackerman left us alone, it just made things happen faster. It was the one thing that made her temper bearable. The makeup sex.
Mr. Stock, for a guy who suffered a blow like this, frankly, you seem kind of, clinical about your late fiancé.
I'll do my grieving my own way, pal. But I'm sure you'll find out about this anyway. I was on the verge of calling it off. The whole shooting match. Relationship, wedding, whole deal. Great sex is not enough for all this stress. Rachel was turning into an out-of-control, unreasonable nutcase of self-involved vanity. But I still loved her.
Did you and Rachel do any meth?
No, I don't do that crap. Neither did Rachel. She had a lot of vices, but not that junk.
Okay. So, let's... Yeah, we can talk to Doc L about the item we picked up in the back room there. Could the victim have had any?
The victim does have a blood clot in the nasal cavity and several patches of dried blood. Yes, I would say she recently had a bloody nose and no sign of trauma causing it.
Okay. Does this eagle statue match the wound?
At first I thought it might, but the eagle's bill is much larger than whatever caused the actual puncture wound. This is definitely not the murder weapon.
Okay. So, what do we have left to do now is go over the items that we have. And so far, I don't think there's much left to do about these items. It's been a while since I played this game, so bear with me. I just have to go back and forth a little bit here. Isn't there any other?